Welcome in, welcome to Anything is Possible. We're carp fishing today, guys. Just got set up. Already see a turtle out there on my pack bait. Net out and ready. Let me know how the picture and audio is, and I'll adjust that accordingly. I know I keep coming back here and I keep getting skunked here, but I've had some huge days here in the past. It's gotta happen soon here. So we'll fish here a little bit. I got a cooler full of bullheads at home I gotta clean. So we'll give it a few hours. If it's dead, we'll just go home and clean some fish. Put that down there. See how everybody's doing today. Hunting and fishing outdoors. What is going on? Jeff Beal. Good morning, Will. Good morning, everybody. Dave Garcher. Glacier. Any fins. Just one fin today, Glacier. Good morning, Cindy, Leisha, welcome in. I don't know if I got bells today. Let me look at my, here one. Rocking 2 pack baits and 1 straight up fake corn. I thought I'd float some fake corn for a change. I'm good, Will. Hope you are, bud. Kids are both in school. Got a cooler of bullheads from last night's live. Got to go clean those yet. They're living out there in the cooler, so they're tough little critters. They can live in there happily. But we're going to clean those up. Do a little fish fry with them. Good morning, Glenn. Saying hi to everybody. Let's see what happens here. I was going to go trout fishing, but we went to a spot last night and they were hammered so hard. There were so many people there that I just, I don't know. I don't see them biting in the middle of the day like this anyway. I got to fish this time of day when the kids are off in school. So soon, once school's out for the summer, we're going to change our hours, 5 to 9, which is much better fishing hours this time of year. But we're just going to kick back and relax, watch the polls, see what we can get on. We're close to getting some big carp days. This is the time of year where you can get the big days. Just haven't really gotten on them this year, but we put out a couple of videos today and yesterday on some of our saltwater adventures over the weekend. Make sure you check out our shorts. We did a catch and cook on a, I don't think I did the striper yet. Yeah, that's coming. On the black bull, what the hell are they called? Black drums. I got bullheads on the brain. We cooked him up for dinner last night. Canadian Lunker's in the house. What is going on? I appreciate that, Jamie. Try. I like doing the shorts. I really enjoy doing them. I think it's good for the attention span, and not good for it, but it caters to the horrible attention span of kids these days. But even with the catch and cooks, I try to do those in that 3-minute time span as many times as I can, because it just ain't rocket science. Don't want to waste people's time. Karen's back in. Good morning to you. I guess it's probably good evening. I don't know what time it is over there. It's morning here. Maybe, Will. Maybe. Yeah, we caught 7 stripers down there. Just nothing really good. Nothing good. The shorts are fun. They're pretty fun. Matthew's in the house. Good morning, Matthew. We may have gotten gifted some striper meat, Will. I got to get a couple videos out yet. So later this week, I've got a dental operation, I guess it is, on Thursday. So I'm probably going to be out of commission for a few days. So I'll be getting caught up on my editing and get that. I got to get that GoPro back into service, because there's a lot of fishing that you guys are missing out on where we're not recording right now. And I got to get ahead of it because I need my phone to edit, but I'd rather be doing those early morning member lives outside, but I need my phone to do the editing right now. Yeah, I think they have their own alphabetical keys or something. Um, K-Rent was in my live last night. Seems like a decent dude, person. They're from China, I think they said. I think they told me they were from China last night. Matthew's in Pittsburgh. GoPro is such a pain for me. The battery, yeah, the batteries are a pain in the neck. You having issues with the cold? So I know they die out so quick. Drive me up a wall. You need like that external battery hookup, but then you got cords everywhere. Scotty's in Fun Fishing Adventures. What is going on? Len was bragging about how you taught him to do live streams. Len's cool, man. At least you got on stripers. Yeah, it was horrible conditions. We went down the shore and it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds. It was like my audio just quit on me. It was so bad. It just dies in like 20 minutes. Yeah, it's definitely a battery issue. I run 3 batteries, Glacier, and then I have like a backup charging system that I'm always charging those batteries on. So I pull one out while the other 2 are charging. There's Dorothy Richardson. Good morning. Good morning. Jose, good morning. But I know sometimes I'll hook up a straight up external battery right to the GoPro, but then you got the door open and it's not waterproof, which, you know, sucks. You drop it and your thing's done, especially in Alaska. Please camera on front. I don't know what that means. How's the picture look to you guys? Do I need to do some adjustments? Yeah. Please don't come into my live and tell me how to shoot it, but you can give me advice if it doesn't look good, but don't tell me how to do it. That and GoPros tend to overheat. Yeah, that's the other problem. I appreciate it, Jose. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to put some white. I don't know, this sounds like boomerish, but I'm going to like paint mine white because they're all black and they overheat so dang quick. And it's like 80 degrees. We're going to be up in the hundreds this summer out fishing. So we got to get ready for that crap. Awesome, Cindy. Yeah, the glare is bad to me, so I'm glad it looks good to you guys. Where fish you got it? Yeah, we're fishing for carp today. Bait and wait. Got them out there. We're going to have to wait a while. They don't come running in until you get on them, and I really haven't gotten on them yet. But got to do the work. That's the fun when you're doing multi-species. You got to track them down again. Let's see what we got going on. There are trout in here as well. The guy across from us, I think, just caught a trout. I saw a big, huge net, but a tiny little fish. I'm guessing that was just a trout. We might end up catching a trout today, but we're not targeting them. Fishing Planet, good to see you. Let's see who else is in here. Jose saying hi. It's good to see some new folks in here. Carp going to be eating cutting board. We're not eating the carp today. I've got bullheads to clean. I just got done cleaning the black drum. So our freezer's well stocked at the moment. We will harvest a carp soon. I actually, not to ruin my next video, but I actually found the black drum that tastes a lot like carp. Texture, cutting them, everything was very similar. They make a pass-through door for the GoPro for the external batteries, like $12. Didn't make them waterproof, but will keep the water out and helps with overheating. Good to know, good to know. Oop, little hit on the end rod there. That's the straight up corn. No pack. Little black rod. So the 2 white rods out there have the pack bait on it, and there's a thinner black rod that has just a smaller piece of weight and 3 kernels of fake corn. How many bullheads are in the cooler? I think there's like 7. I put 4 right in the freezer, and the other 7 are live. Something like that. Mike, MVP Fishing, what is going on, my man? How do you make your carp, Matthew? And does it end with it going in the trash can instead of you eating it? I think it does. The black drum is a fantastic. Yeah, that was a perfect size. Some people said you can't eat the big ones. I don't know if you guys were in the live. That was funny. They're like, you can't eat the big ones. And then I'm talking to some dudes in Florida, and they're like, but that ain't a big one. The big ones are like 60 pounds. He's like, 16 pounds is a perfect eater. I got some real corn too, Mike. The reason I use the fake corn is it floats, and there's so many weeds in here that it seems like we do a lot better with the fake corn. I mean, the pack bait's got real corn on it, so there's real corn out there. But then I put the fake kernel out there so that it floats above everything. I might put real corn on. I could put like 1 or 2 fake. Oh, there we go. Was that a bird hit? I think that was a bird hit. Where's ATC? I need a replay on that. I think a bird hit my line. There were birds in the area. What's a Matter Daddy? You got to be a UK dude. You guys have all the tricks. We're just amateurs, professional amateurs over here. I'm pretty sure that was a bird strike. It's pretty hot, actually. I'm wishing I had some cover, shade. Hostiles. Prepare carp on the cutting board. Let them sit in the sun a week. Toss the carp. Yeah, I figured you were going to say that. Anyone that's interested in a real recipe, unlike Matthew's trash recipe there, I got 2 of them on my trash fish playlist for you with carp. And our buddy Sam from Cast Blast Camp, one of our members, also just did a carp catch and cook video. So check that out if you're interested. I'm just telling you guys, don't take somebody's word on how carp tastes that hasn't actually tried it. Everyone seems to have an opinion of it without ever even eating it. So just take my 2 cents if you want on that. Astra, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Southern Fried Radio, welcome, welcome. I'm guessing that was a bird strike. Must have flown right into my line. I don't know if you guys heard the bell, but stinking fish, stinking bird. Just in case, what is going on? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. A little bird over there by my net. I don't know if you guys can see that because I can hardly see the screen. I think that's a sparrow. Looks like a baby sparrow. King of myths. Look at these dang birds. They're probably going to be flying in my line all day. Yeah, I definitely need shade. I got to figure this out. The trees don't really have leaves on it yet. There's not a lot of shade around. This phone's going to overheat. I'm an idiot. I didn't bring a chair either because I figured I'd sit right on the bench, but the bench is out in the sun. Carp are good if you don't damage the mud vein and use vinegar. Yeah, I didn't use any vinegar. I did cut the mud line out. Definitely bled them out. I think Sam soaked his in like the milk, which I know some people do with the catfish. I didn't do that, but it's probably not a bad idea. How long does it usually take to catch a fish when you put the hook in? It depends. Usually I'll say a half an hour with carp. Unless you've caught, unless you've been fishing the same spot and they're already feeding in that area, it takes them a little time when you're out in the, wild. This isn't a pond, it's actually a lake. There's a lot of places they can go. They will spawn eventually here, and they should be pre-spawn. They should be feeding, but everything's so goofy this year with the winter. So I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll give it a shot today. I'd rather catch and eat trout and salmon. Smoked? Yeah, it's good smoked. Haha, fishing with Steve. Yeah, it's a little breezier out here than I thought too, but it's probably a good thing, or else the phone would overheat. Buddy Biggs, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we have strawberry in our mix, Matthew. We have strawberry jello in with the panko breadcrumbs, sweet corn, anise, coriander, and vanilla. That's what's on our mix baits today. That line looked a little slack. Let me tend to that. Soon they'll be splashing all up on the sides here, going nuts. They're up on the big reservoir here. They're up there really good, but I can't get a stinking signal up there. So here we sit, seeing these monster carp that you're catching. I'm not going to I'm going to have to learn how to fish. Buddy, I'm actually messing with my recipe lately, trying to make it cheaper. The thing's too expensive, man. I just I can't afford it anymore. I've been limiting my carp fishing because I just can't afford the bait. I've been doing a lot more catfishing this year. Good to see you, Joey. Everybody says try weeds, try this, but I haven't had the luck that I've had on this bait, so I'm still trying stuff. I've tried the Wheaties, just doesn't seem to work here. Cat and Jack, enjoyed your live this morning. There's Mindy, Coastal Waters. Hope you're doing good. Hope Backlash is doing good, and Panda. I work tonight. I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow yet. We'll see how today goes. Never know what we're going to fish for from day to day. Keeger's in. What is going on? Father Guido. We just started. Spray the hooks with a WD-40. I know some people swear by it and some people say it scares the fish off. So, yeah. It's so funny because we used to use it on our eyelets in winter, you know. But then I read an article, I think it was in Fisherman, and he was talking about how the oil in WD-40 has changed over the years. And the oil that's used now is no longer considered an attractant. But that's like an old school thing. People used to spray WD-40 in their hooks. Buddy, did you see the black drum we caught? Check out my last couple of shorts, man. We caught a big one down on the surf in like 40-mile-an-hour winds. It was so loud, like the audio just like died on us, which was good because it would have been so ridiculously loud. But it's still some pretty cool video. It was a lot of fun, man. Like that's the crap you go through trying to catch something cool. You're out there dealing with the elements, and then they would have probably it would have still been fun, but it kind of would have just been one of those sucky trips. We got down there, it was supposed to be 15-mile-an-hour winds, and it was 40. It was just out of control all day long. But we did get one. We got a few fish, but we got one really good one. Filled the cooler right up. Filled the freezer right up, too. There's CB. What is going on? Awesome, man. I've seen you around. Let me get you wrenched up, CB. I saw you. I think I picked you up the other night, too. That is a mod, standard mod. Appreciate you coming over from Steve's. Steve's down on the dock, I think, he said. We decided to hit the local lake to me today. We'll see if I go the whole 4 hours, guys. I'm on medication for this operation on Thursday, and I'm kind of a mess, man. I haven't been sleeping, vomiting a lot. I'm kind of a mess with it. It's like a heavy dose steroid, and I'm not responding well to it. I'm dizzy, vomiting, and lots of other fun problems with it. So we'll just see how it goes. Glacier, you keep your mitts off my mud salmon here, man. My mud salmon are noble fish. They're noble. Not like those dirty Alaskan salmon. Let's see. I'm like looking out over this lake, and it just blows me away how dead it is this year. They did, what do they call it? They dug it all out on parts of the side, like on the far shoreline, but this was still filled with water, plenty of water. There should have been no die-off as far as the carp, but it's definitely affected where the fish go. Saving Grace, what is going on? Good to see you, my friend. Parker Fishing, David Bennett. Appreciate it, David. Appreciate it. It'll be fine. It's not a major surgery or anything. I just have a weird mouth. I've got a weird like nerve structure in my jaw, so it creates a lot of problems. The geese are on the far side. I don't think the carp are over there. They should be on this side, so we can't be with geese Witherspoon and Fowl Pacino today. They hang out at the ranger station at this lake. All right, Real Canadian, I will do my best. I'll do my best. I'll mark any carp catches today. I'll put them on the, I always put my catches on time-stamped onto the comment section. So if you missed a live and you want to see how I did, check my community post and or the live. You know, give me a few hours and I'll go back and I'll put the timestamps on there. It's pretty cool. You just click on the time and it'll take you right to the takedown and you can see the catch. Cormorant out there fishing. Len didn't get anything today. Len got a 10-pounder yesterday. He got a 10-pound channel yesterday. Carp Warriors in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We'll give it 2 hours. If nothing's happening, we'll go home and fillet those bullheads, grab the trout rods, and maybe go to a local stream or something. I still kind of want to target white suckers. I want to get a big white sucker and cook them up. Parker's trying to get up to 200. You'll get there, man. Just keep putting out stuff. Pickled carp. Who said pickled carp? Somebody say pickled carp. Or is Glacier? I think Glacier's brain hurts. Yo, $10. Appreciate that, Steve. Appreciate it. That goes right to the fund, man. I just made a double batch of pack baits. I appreciate that. I got 2 things of Jello, 2 things of the panko. You know how that stuff is. Ridiculous. I'm going to try to stretch it out for the rest of the week, but we'll see. See how it goes. I don't even think I'll be out Thursday or Friday. I think I'll be in bed. Carp would be good to repel the in-laws. I appreciate it, Steve. Good luck down on the dock, man. In these days when you're trying to find fish, it's so tough. You just don't know what to do in the morning. Like, you guys have no idea how much time I sit there and think, where the heck am I going to go fish? When they're biting, it's like, you know where you're going. But NJ's slamming them right now. Last couple days, he's been slaying them. And now we're in that period where we can't find anything. So it's just the way it goes. Hopefully our luck will turn around and we'll, he put in his time just like we do. He puts his time in, a lot of slow days, and now he's slamming them. Which was weird because I thought we would turn on first because our channel cats turned on before his. But his carp turned on before our carp. Kind of a weird, you never know. That's why I guess why it makes it interesting. Use oatmeal and yours. Yeah, I might have to do that. We did that once in a while. I do that usually when I make it too wet and then I don't have any more pack bait. I'll throw some oatmeal in it. But yeah, I might have to start doing that too. Mini Jim, this is a fishing channel, not a dating app. Give you another chance here, but oats and pancakes here. But yeah, I sometimes throw molasses in. Yep. It's sugar that they're liking. I think it doesn't matter whether you get the sugar from the Jello. Just make sure you don't get sugar-free. Any fins, send me a slice. I serve it to the mother-in-law straight up seared and seasoning. Oh, okay. I'll send it right up to you. It can't taste any worse than those salmon. Yeah, Steve-O's in the house. Steve, what happened at the dock last night? I didn't know if I was going to have to come down there. I don't know what you getting yourself into. Sound like there was some knucklehead down at the river. We got Mid-South in here. I didn't see him. Joshua, good morning. Bud Files, what's going on, Sue? Thanks for coming in here. Appreciate it. I gotta look at the water. I keep seeing rings out there, but I think that's the cormorants out here somewhere. This will be the third time in 3 weeks that we've come to the spot. Like basically once a week I come here to see if it's on yet. It's such a weird spot. This is one of the biggest places that carp will consolidate at. But other than that, it's like forget, you know, it's hard to even catch one. Can y'all help me get 1,000 subscribers? Just put the work in, Parker. Don't keep blurting it out in here, man. Go watch people's videos. That stuff gets annoying after a while. Just go watch other people's videos. Leave a comment. They'll probably connect back to you. All right, you guys can all connect around, but I'm trying to do some fishing for y'all. Yeah, I thought so too, Stevie. I didn't know what was going to happen. I got him to start jumping out front, but nothing happened. 200 hook soaking, that sounds like a recipe for more halibut. I got speared by the drum. I've never caught a drum before, but I got speared pretty bad. I kind of like dropped it when I was working on it, and the dorsal went like pretty deep into my hand. I don't know if you can see that, but I haven't grown a third arm or anything. I threw Neosporin and it seems fine. Good times. The bass are all piled up under this dam. You're not allowed to fish it. They block it off this time of year, but they're all up in there. So the carp usually right after that. That's why a lot of locals hate them. They hate the carp because the bass will lay their eggs, and the next thing you see is the carp rolling up on the sides, dislodging the eggs. Adam Weiss, good morning, good morning. I'm going to wrench Adam up, because if Adam knows Dorothy, I know already he's a good dude. There we go. Really don't have the patience to not catch fish today either. Kevin and I popped up live last night. We got on the bullheads and the trout pretty good, and the sunfish. We'll go home and clean those up, maybe throw them in the freezer and grab the trout rod and go back to another creek. No, Pearsons don't have any of the inlines, unfortunately. Hey, Todd Projects, what's going on? Yeah, I keep telling them to carry them, but you got to order them from Amazon. Jason's in. Welcome, welcome. I don't know who that is, Marcus. Skeeter, cheers, brother. What's going on, my friend? Dope is in the house. Looks like I'm going to have to break down, order them from Amazon. Rain and windy today. Yikes. It's 80 degrees and sunny. Stinking hot here. Our friend Travis located some trout, or some carp in a spot. The only problem is it's like a stocked trout creek. So I have a feeling there's going to be people all over there trout fishing, and really hard to try to target carp while people are casting for trout. It just doesn't go well usually. You gonna fish today, Skeeter? We could try down on the creek too. If this doesn't work out, maybe we'll just go hit the other spot we have on the local creek that's not a trout creek. We could do that. Either way, we're gonna do 2 hours. If we don't catch nothing, we're moved. Still ordering parts for the van. Yeah, I figured. It sucks. Tammy, what is going on? Mom and Son Train Rail fans. What's up, guys? I gotta catch up on your videos. You're kind of coming off the weekend. You know, we're always busy on the weekends. It's like sun up to sundown and then some. Get up early, go drive 2 hours to a fishing spot, come home at dark, clean the fish. It's just a long day. I'm probably going to go down. This is going to be another members only, but we're looking at going down, camping overnight, doing some overnight fishing for stripers down the shore. So make sure if you guys are members, check that one out. We'll make sure we do a giveaway this weekend on that stream. But I think we're going to do some car camping and some late night striper fishing. Adam Weiss, Annie Maddie. I hope everyone's doing good. You really need to prep me for those videos. Yeah, I forgot, like I uploaded it and I was actually going to go put a warning on it for you. And that was going to be my shout out to you. But I totally forgot. Yeah. Tammy's a huge supporter, but she just doesn't like when I pop up live at the fillet table. Yeah, we're going to give away a hat this weekend. It's just going to be like, got to be in chat to win it. You got to be a member. And we'll pop up at some point, maybe the first fish caught this weekend or something like that. We'll guess the height or the weight, the length, the height. Yeah, something like that. There's a nice mix of fish down there now. The stripers have been growing the last few days. I've been watching the reports. They're improving. The drum are in. Still a few blues here and there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Time to go fill a cooler up again. We spent probably $30, $40, but we came home with probably $80 worth of meat. Somewhere around there. So. What is that guy doing? Acting like he's fighting a shark. It's a sunfish, dude. This guy walks like Skeeter. Skeeter, you here? You're like Skeeter over there. I think Skeeter's in my fishing lake. Let's see what's going on. Zyro. Good morning, Zyro's Garden. Ken Reed. No, she's going, man. She's going. Slow. It's the way she goes. Nothing happening today. We'll see if anything comes in here. Oh, there we go, guys. Rod on the right just got hit. Rod on the right. Let's see if it goes down. See, I don't have bells today, so a little harder to see what's going on. We'll give it 10 minutes and we're going to recast. Yeah, he's probably making a YouTube video. There was nothing even on it. I kept waiting for a carp or something. He didn't even have nothing. I'm wondering if that might be the family that doesn't speak English. It's an old dude and an old lady. I kind of remember him making a lot of noises like that. It might be that dude that was here when we tripled up. They're a fun couple. Lucy Warren, what's going on? Good morning to you. Biggest sunfish ever, yeah, like a real sunfish that floats around the ocean. Zyro. Maybe it got away. It was huge. It was huge. 5 minutes, we'll rebait, recast. I'm gonna come here and walk around one of these nights. There's a couple of coves they could, the carp could kind of consolidate on. Nothing in the shallows yet. Soon you'll see them all like, moving around the shallows. You'll see wakes and everything else, but when you get stuck on the bottom, you pretend like you have a monster on for a minute. Yeah. Yeah, I've set the hook on a few logs, especially when the drag's loose and you're not sure if it's pulling line or if you're just pulling the drag yourself. Good times. And then you look around to see if anyone saw you do it. I've never done that, but I've seen other people do it. I'm gonna have to eat my sandwich pretty early today, I think. Drastic times here. Almost not worth even making pack bait up for. Usually we catch like something weird here too, and we haven't really got any of those weird catches. It's been dead. We'll usually eventually get like a trout or a gold shiner or a white sucker. We haven't got any of those while fishing this spot this year. It's just been absolutely dead, and I keep coming back once a week like an idiot just so I can skunk weekly. Deep sea fish in the bottom feels like a big fish. Yeah, I know bottom dragging like 6 or 8 ounces. Every time you bring it up, you don't know if there's going to be a fish on it. Dark Bunny, it is beautiful out here. Anthony, what's going on, my friend? Anthony Serrano. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot. That rod to the right had a hit. Let me just make sure the line's tight. Probably a turtle. Probably a stinking turtle is what it was. I'm going on a 7-day trip out of San Diego in October, 4 days. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could go over to the creek and definitely catch some fish, but, it doesn't motivate me. I want to get on these carp because I know if we get on them, we figure them out, we're going to get some big carp days soon. But I am human. I can only skunk so long today, and then I'm going to have to go find fish regardless. The weekly skunk. I don't know where this wood's coming from. All this wood's floating out there. I mean, it's a lake. People say you got a fishing problem. You are a human, true. Welcome in, Serial. I'm ready to get on some big cats. I'm excited to be heading to the river sooner than later. Awesome. Awesome. You'll get them. Yeah, there's so many fish to decide what to do on the weekends right now. With the kids in school, we kind of have Friday and Saturday night to go after something different, you know. And right now it's striper season, so we're going after food. We always choose food over just for fishing for fun. I would love to get some striper meat in the freezer, some more striper meat in the freezer, or bluefish. Good morning, Rod. Rod Wilson's awake. Top of the morning to you. Working on her suntan out here today. Hey, Army Mom, how are you? We got 20 folks, 21 in, 46 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Yeah, stripers are up there. Right next to halibut almost for me. One of my favorite pan searing fish, and I love, if I can pan sear it, if I can cook it in 4 minutes, that's my kind of fish right there. And it tastes awesome. Love that stuff. For me to catch and cook would be stripers because I don't have halibut here. But so yeah, I would say stripers, Cindy. But the rules are so tough here. They have to be between 28 and 31 inches. It's a little tricky getting them that size. We catch a lot of small ones and some really big ones, and very rarely get something in between that. Last year we caught one that was a ½ inch too small, and we caught one that was a ½ inch too big. Nothing in that area. I'll trade you halibut for striped bass. I'll take that trade. Absolutely. The glacier's spoiled up there with all those halibut. Can you say my name and I will like and sub? Crazy, I say everybody's name. But yeah, appreciate the sub. Leave a message, I'll connect back to you, man. Just comment on a video. Got a stick coming our way. Be nice to feel something hit the pole anyway. I wonder if that, appreciate that, Crazy. I think fishing between the rain today, it's going to be 23-mile-an-hour winds. Oh, I hate the wind. I don't ever eaten halibut's delicious. A lot of people put that up there as one of their favorite fish. I mean, fish, I love almost all types of fish. It's hard to like compare them. That's the log. There's a nice takedown on the log. Time to recast anyway. Let's get them out. other rod just actually had a tap. It's probably just turtles, but that's what the pack bait looks like. All right, out we go. Decided to stand them straight up, make it a little bit. I gotta straighten that out. A little OCD. That's better. Would ground up unsalted peanuts work as a pack bait. They might. I just don't know how. Like, you need a binding agent too, so I'm not sure what would the binding agent be. Sapara, what's going on, Sergey? Yeah, chainsaw and a weed whacker today. It's always something. I'll be picking those hooks today. It's fishing Armageddon and getting 400 pounds of pool. Wow, 400 pounds. It's awesome, Glacier. Get it while you can get it, man. Mrs. Skeeter, what is up? Yeah, we got the double today, the weed whacker and the chainsaw. I was trying to, I turned the camera on yesterday to film some of the catch and cook of the black drum I was flying. And immediately, like, the U.S. Air Force decided to fly over. And the trash truck and the siren in the background. Captain Official, it's slow today, buddy. Slow. Trying to carp fish, trying to be patient, but we really haven't been on them too well this year. We've actually had better luck over the winter before freeze up than the spring bite. But it usually is fire this time of year. So we're just trying to, you know, we do multi-species here, so we keep catching different fish, but at least once a week I come back and I try to get on these carp. I don't want to miss that spring bite. It's definitely not happening yet, but, you know, I'm hoping to pick up a couple today. And just, you know, I'll know that I can go fish somewhere else for a couple days, and I'll circle back here next week and see if it's happening. But there's weeds right there in the, you know, that you see growing along the shoreline. They're usually over my head when we're getting on the carp real thick, but everything's so far behind because of the winter this year. Caught 3 perch and a catfish yesterday. That's nice. Awesome, awesome. A ton of them that were given to me. Just try to figure out what to do with them besides throw them away. Bird seed. They make great bird seed. I don't know. I don't know, Scotty. I think I'd turn them into bird food. Oh, there was a fish. Just jumped. Might have been a cast off the other bank. There's a lot of people here fishing. I mean, every little hole that you can cast in has people sitting. I've never seen so many people fish around here. Yeah, bird and squirrel food. Peanut brittle. I don't know if it's edible for humans. But yeah, if it's edible, make peanut brittle. Yo, Larry, hammer time. What is up, my friend? We just recasted. Give it to like an hour and 20. We're only going to go 2 hours here today. And then we're going to move spots. Trying to get on some carp. I'll try to think if I want to go the spot Travis put us on, or go to my spot down on the creek. Awesome. Mrs. Skeeter beat Mr. Skeeter yesterday. Nice. Mike W., what's happening, my friend? Thanks for popping in here. Appreciate you. That guy just caught a trout. I don't know if that's... You guys saw a trout? Yep, they've got a trout over there. Good to see somebody catch something. Hurry up and hit the thumbs up, Austin. Sebastian, what's going on? Hola. Working on 1974 Chevy Stepside. Awesome. Ooh, did I see something happen there? Thought I saw a hit out of the corner of my eye. Was yesterday? Yeah, I definitely missed you guys yesterday if you're talking to me. I slept through most of the day. I'm messed up with this medication I'm taking. Appreciate it, Sebastian. Thank you very much. This whole week's going to be a crap show for me. I'm just trying to get out a little bit and relax, get a little bit of food when I can. Other than that, I'm just getting ready for my operation. Glenn didn't get a notification. Poland in the house. What is going on? Let me try to... I get to butcher another name. Silesian Prince. How close did I get? Did you catch bass, Vignesh? Not today. We're carp fishing today. But we haven't caught anything today yet. I will mod people up if they hang out a little bit. I mod pretty quickly, but I won't just mod right away. I don't know that much about it, Mike. I've got a problem with my jaw behind my teeth that they're going to go in and fix. I've been putting it off for just about 35 years. I really don't want to. It's not going to be pleasant. I could be out for 3 weeks. I don't know. We'll see. I'm almost 50, so almost 50 years. I've been fishing since I was in diapers, Vignesh. I grew up in an outdoors family, fishing and hunting since I could walk, before I could walk. How about you? What part of the world do you live in, Vignesh? What do you fish for? Yeah, I grew up in a family where it wasn't really sport. We fished as part of our lifestyle and to get food. So, um, yeah, that's how I was brought up. I mean, we enjoyed doing it. It was definitely sport too, but we were harvesting fish whenever we could. Mike W. said 69 years been fishing. Cowboy Joe. Maryland Reckless Fishing. Good to see you. 25. Dang, 25. Young buck. The Skeeters are going live today. India. No experience in fishing at all. Wow, that's awesome, man. Came to the right spot. We came to the right spot. We got people from all around the world here. I'm sure you'll find somebody who fishes in India. Gen X, outsider forever. Yeah, played in mud puddles for sure. Yeah, we grew up catching frogs. That's what we did after school. If we weren't playing like a sport, we were probably in the ponds or catching frogs or breaking into abandoned houses. Went live yesterday trying to make it a routine. Nice. Yeah. It's we do it 10 to 2 like every day, which is like some crappy fishing hours this time of year. We're going to switch 5 to 9 in the summer. But yeah, it's good to have a routine. You definitely get a lot more people checking you out when it's a routine. People are creatures of habit. But we pop up, we give it a go, and but we fish all the time. Like I said, in 2 hours we don't catch nothing. We're going to go somewhere else. I might stop by the house and fillet up the catfish from last night. We're always out fishing. I've always got something to fillet and filleting like 24/7. I feel like a meat processor. But right now we're giving it a go at some carp. Gonna relax out here behind the poles for a few hours and chill. Juan Bonilla, welcome in. Marilyn, let me wrench you up so you can get around and make some contacts while you're here. We're up in Pennsylvania. This dude is definitely skeeterish over there. He's definitely yelling like a skeeter. Pretty sure that is Skeeter. What were you going for, Marilyn? What were you fishing for? Sky Blue, what's up? What's up? Dang, I'm sweating like a pig. This medicine's killing me, guys. I'm like just sweat pouring out of my face. I gotta work tonight too. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to work in the cooler so I don't sweat like a maniac. Awesome, Vignesh. That's what we try to do. We try to fish for you guys. We try to fish for you guys. Usually, when I'm fishing, I'm not on camera. There's something just turned up there. Not always sitting behind poles. I'm usually doing a lot more casting and moving around, but we compromise. Try to get behind the pole so you can see everything. We're in the United States, Pennsylvania. It's like on the east coast of the United States. What's Pop doing? What's going on, Pop? Thanks for coming in. Hope you're having a good day. Buddy was in earlier. He's around. Buddy Biggs was stopped by. He's probably asleep by now. I think he comes in when he needs a nap. He comes in and watches me. Helps him fall asleep. Yeah, wind sucks. Yeah, that sucks, Mrs. Skeeter. That sucks. Sometimes you gotta just get out. Just go for a walk. Just get out of the house, even if you can't go fishing. I've got all these symptoms going on. I keep telling my wife I feel like this. She's like, "Oh, that's a side effect. That's a side." Apparently there's 1,000 side effects to this medication. Nothing yet, Vignesh. Last night we caught a bunch of catfish, little catfish called bullheads, and one rainbow trout. We have a lot of videos out there. If you want to go look at one of the shorts, we just cut up a black drum, a 16-pound black drum. I did a catch and cook on him a couple of days ago. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I cut him up. We fish for all different kinds of stuff. I'm going to rent you up, Vignesh. I appreciate you coming in. Add as a mod. We have a guy named Ruckmo. He's one of our members. He's from India. I don't know if you know Ruckmo or not. He's an awesome dude. So I know from him, it's nighttime over there because every day he's saying good morning and I'm ready to go to bed. Right before I go to bed, he pops up live with his morning live. So I know it's nighttime. What do you hun, Zyro? What do you hun? Monkey Man slipped in. What's going on, Monkey Man? What do we say? Hour and 20? There's a little butterfly. Hour and 20 minutes we'll rebait. I don't have the patience today. I'm like, that's why I set times, because I'd be casting every 5 minutes, which is not what you should be doing for carp. I don't have the patience today. I don't know why. Probably don't have the confidence in the spot. 7:45 at night. Gotcha. Yeah, it's early here. We're on Eastern Standard Time here. I'm telling you, every other year I've fished here, you'd see them splashing occasionally. It's just dead. This is like our go-to lake right by our house, so I would hate that this lake has just gone downhill. This is like the kind of place where, you know, when you only have a half an hour, you come with the kids or something, this is where we go. We know this place inside and out, and it's really sucky to see it like this. I'm sure it's related to the dredging project and it'll be back, but some of these fish are really old in here. Let's see. Fishing for Greatness says, nailed some nice cats yesterday. 16-inch striper. Very cool. That is awesome. Yeah, we're going, I think this weekend. Oh. There he is. We got him. Woo! All right, he's in the net. We got him. Let me get him unhooked and I'll bring him up and show you him off. Chill out, buddy. We will be weighing them and giving away stickers, so get your guesses ready. Well, I guess you got to see them first, but get yourself ready. Get yourself to the screen so you can see them, I should say. All right. It's not a big guy, but he's a fish. Common carp right there. Get your guesses. Go ahead and put your guess how much this fish weighs in the comments, in the chat. The nearest to the actual weight without going over will win a sticker. Just got to email me your name and address. Hopefully you guys saw that. Get your guesses in. He's talking. He's talking. Okay, let me get him weighed here. Solid. I mean, he's not long, but he's got a belly. This will be my hint for you. All right, somebody type stop. Somebody type stop in the chat for me. As soon as somebody types in stop, I'm going to give you the weight, and then the nearest you're going over. There it is. We got a fish. Thank you. It's 6.1 pounds. 6.1 pounds. Let me get this guy back. Man, he slammed that rod down. Let me get this charger off here. I'm going to show you the release here. Just let him recover a second before we let him go. The Glacier got it. You ready, buddy? Hold on. You got to get over the net, dum-dum. There you go. Off he goes. Okay. Maybe they're coming. Maybe they're coming. Get you guys back in here. Dang, Glacier got it right on the money. All right, you know my email, buddy. Just send me an email as a reminder, and then I'll send you up a sticker. You're a big winner, all right. Okay. Hopefully we got the camera back into position. It's so hard to see now with the sun. Holy Lord. Going all the way back to the first guesses, Dark Bunny got it at 6. Dark Bunny you can get with sticker too, but it's no big deal. Just mail me, HolittonTheRiverLodge@gmail.com. Send me an email, give me your legal name and your address, and I'll hook you up with the sticker. Glacier probably already has 100 of them, but I'll give him another one.
Carp. It looks like a big old football. Carp. Yeah. Oh, wow.
All right, we got the grounds crew coming through here in a couple minutes. All right, awesome. Awesome, we'll get you some stickers. TikTok, welcome in. Sebastian, gonna rent you up. You've been hanging out for a while. Do my best to read chat. It's so bright out here. That is a mod. Dang, I looked up and that rod was bent over. I don't know how long it was bent over. I miss not having my bells. Yeah, Dark Bunny, you're a winner in our book. Drill and Chill, what's going on, buddy? We just finally got one. They're usually pretty quick once they come through here. Except they're blowing all the leaves right at us. That's gonna be fun. Like, allergies are gonna go crazy. Yeah, you're wrenched up. Just make sure you go around and connect to some of these fine channels that hang out in here. Sorry about the noise. They'll pass through, do their work out here, and they'll be gone in a few minutes. Hey, Burkos. Caught a little bit of you live the other night. I wasn't chatting, but I popped in there. Looked like a good time. Looked like you guys were having fun on that dock. We just got our first carp of the day. It's our first carp of the year, I think, off of here, actually, off this lake. So maybe they're finally starting up. We'll see. Wasn't a huge one, it was only like a 6-pounder, but it's a start. So I don't know if you guys saw that rod, that takedown. You probably can't hear me. Awesome. Yeah, so there was a lot of slack after the takedown. And when you have a big takedown like that, you just gotta keep reeling down on it. It was like 5 seconds of reeling, and I was like, oh, there's nothing there, but he was still there. You gotta keep reeling. That's what I was trying to say. Retired Rick, what's going on? Misty River Adventures, what is going on? Ken, you just missed one. Yep, we just got one in. A 6-pound carp. Got the first one of the day here. Hopefully they're going to come into the spot now. We got some feed out there for them. Reaper, I'm doing good, brother. How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. One of my members right there. Say hi to Reaper. Awesome supporter. Surprised we haven't caught a trout on that little black rod yet. I'm just letting it sit out there. Oh, and rod just had hit again. Let me check that line. Yeah, he's hitting it. He's hitting it. He's on that pack bait. Something's eating the back bait. Let's see if that rod goes down. It should. Unless it's a trout. He's picking away at it. Give him time. Oh yeah, the one just rolled out there. That's a good sign, guys. We got him worked up now. We got him worked up. Guess we're staying here today. probably not catch anything the rest of the time. Yeah, if you guys are in here dropping your links, don't be like a beggar or anything. It comes off desperation. You know, there's more to connecting to somebody than just a sub. All right, but also be cool. People from all around the world, things that are normal to some people ain't normal to someone else. So let crap slide. But if there's continued problems, let me know. If somebody keeps dropping their link, then you know, let me know. We'll deal with that, because that's not what we're supposed to do with the wrench. If I've modded you up, I feel like a broken record, but it's mainly so that you can go tap on somebody else that's in my live, and you can go visit their channel, watch their content, and then, you know, leave a comment and sub. Maybe they'll sub back to you. They probably will. That's what it's for. We've got plenty of people that know how to police the channel. We don't have to worry about that. Middle rod just had a hit. They're feeding out there. It's 17 in, 20 in, 76 thumbs up. Appreciate it, guys. And girls, humans, bots. Hour and 17. Kind of due to recast that middle rod soon. We'll let it go to an hour and 30. And then we'll recast the middle rod out. I'm recasting them pretty much in the same spot. They're not up in the shallows, and I'd see them if they were. So we're just where it's deep enough that you don't see them moving around. I think that's where they are. So I'm going to just keep building a bed of bait out there, and hopefully we get a nice pod in there. They got to be heading this way. Squirrel, my PA brother. What's going on, John? Good to see you, my friend. I think the Civil War reenactment's coming to our town here in Schwenksville. I think I saw that sign. It might be this weekend or next. Yeah, Cindy, I grew up fishing with bread for like sunfish, and we used to catch everything on little balls of bread. I feel like they always fall off when you're fishing bigger water like this, though. Used to fish tiny little creeks and like sewer, you know, spots with little balls of bread on a tiny hook. Catch all kinds of stuff. Better eat my sandwich because I don't have a lot of ice to keep it cold. I don't want to get sick. Turkey and cheese sandwich. You wake up fishing, it's a good day. Heck yeah. Rook, what's going on, buddy? Caught a 6-pound carp a couple minutes ago. First of the year out of this lake. I think. We might have gotten another one. I can't remember, but it's been slow. Yeah, that video is out. The black drum video is out. Rod, I put it out either this morning or last night. It's a 3-minute short video. We ate half of it last night for dinner. The other half's in the freezer. getting tapped again. Might have been a trout or something. Yeah, right. I was working my butt off for that fish. Kevin was behind me playing in a tidal pool. He was sitting like up to his neck in this tidal pool for like 2 hours. We had been, we were already fishing like 5 hours that morning, just casting nonstop. So for the black drum, we just put clams on and let the rod sit in the holder. So there's nothing really to do but watch the rod. So yeah, I was watching that rod and I was pumped when it went down. Dang, bacon. Mine's just turkey cheese, and lettuce from the garden. We finally got our own lettuce growing. Dang, that's a good one, Zyro. Ours was 16 pounds. Perfect eater size. That was our first one ever, and we looked for them, but we didn't have any in ours. From what I understand, they're usually back by the anal fin, but there's worms in a lot of fish. Let me tell you, I'm a fishmonger. Let me tell you, there's a lot of, you don't clean your own fish. No idea what you guys are missing. There's a lot of worms in a lot of fish, especially like cod and, you know. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about worms while I'm eating my sandwich. Todd and I are trying to eat our sandwiches. No more worm talk. Everybody wants these wild fish. Well, that's what you get when you go out. When you want to buy wild, that's what you get. Everybody badmouths farm raised and antibiotics and all that stuff, but you can't handle the reality either. Oh yeah, Mo Style. Yeah, that boy can fish. He was slaying them last night. Everybody thinks I catch. People used to always come in and say that crap, like that I was catching and he was reeling them in. We had a lot of haters. We still do. But yeah, if I catch something, I will hand off my rod. I think most fathers, you know, will do that for their kid. I've caught enough fish, but he catches plenty on his own. Yeah, exactly, Dark Bunny. That's what I was talking to Mr. Frosty and a couple other folks from Florida. Somebody was like, well, yeah, the big ones have worms often. And 16's a small one. You know, even though it's a big fish for me, that's still a small drum. Rook, we're in Pennsylvania, buddy. Pennsylvania. Hey, Tori, long time no see. Welcome in. Sorry about the noise. Wouldn't be in anything live without a bunch of noise. Let me get that center rod recasted. It could be tangled. The little fish tend to tangle them up. like I said. Got those taps twice and it didn't go down, that's why. Turtle was messing with it, got it all tangled up. So I gotta pay attention to what you're doing. Bells are helpful. You get a bite or two and it doesn't go down, give it 10 minutes and then reel it in and check on it, or else you're just sitting out there wasting your time. Chaos, what's up? Don R, good to see you, my friend. Dennis Bigfoot, what's going on, friend? We got one carp in, we're getting taps, so I think it's going to start picking up. I think finally the bite's going to start here. NJ's been slaying it over there and it's just been nothing around here. On the carp front anyway. Keep going out blowing $20 on carp bait and getting skunked. But yeah, I think they're going to start picking up. Definitely more activity, even though we only have the one so far. It's moving in a positive direction. We are out of the skunk zone. Heck yeah. There's some geese out there with baby geese. So we're into the baby goose, and they're usually already smacking on the sides when the babies are around. It's a weird year. Justin Saylor, hello there. Thanks for coming by. We're in Pennsylvania carp fishing. Maybe they're done with the blower here, hopefully. I'm hoping I feel well enough to get out for stripers this weekend. I don't know how I'm going to feel after the operation on Thursday. I really have no clue. As long as I can drive, I'll drive down and let Kevin fish, and I'll just sit there in a chair. I'll throw some clams out or something and let it sit. Montgomery County, Justin. Where are you from? Nice. Not too far from us. York's like an hour, hour and a half west. This middle rod's getting tapped again. Yeah, Mike, if Mike's still in, MVP was teasing me about using fake corn. Depends on where you fish. Here, if I were to throw out real corn, I'd be getting stripped by sunfish and trout left and right. So that's another reason why we use the hair rig with fake corn. So it stays on the hook long enough for the carp to find it. Gonna get around, I won't fish, but I'm gonna see how bad it is right now. Sounds good, Todd. Thank you, appreciate it. Here goes the goose family. This is the time of year you want to throw a baby duck lure out there for muskie around here. Muskie smoke these things. Thank you, Army Mom, appreciate it. It's like real corn, but it's fake. It's this stuff right here. So it's like a plastic material. It floats. It looks just like real corn. If you guys can see that, let's see if it'll zoom in. Looks just like real corn, but it's like elastic, so it's real durable. And it goes on the hair rig, so it's not right on the hook. So you're not getting those little accidental bycatches that you don't really want. You want it to sit out there long enough for the carp to find it. Otherwise, every little shiner, every minnow would just pick it apart and you'd be stripped. You're sitting out there waiting for a fish, but you got no bait on. So that ensures that there's some bait on your hook. Kind of like if you're a saltwater guy, kind of like fish bites. A lot of folks will throw some fish bites on, even if they're using live bait, because if that live bait gets picked right off, at least there's still something on there that the fish do like. Might not work as great, but it gets the job done. All right, Cindy, have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you coming in here. I wish it was cloud. I wish we'd get some clouds in the sky. I mean, this is a beautiful day to sit on a porch, but it's a little obnoxious out here. It's so bright. I put my glasses on, but then I can't see. TP out. Glasses are filthy. I can't see. Hour and a half. We'll go to the 2-hour mark and we'll recast. There's a lot of turtles out there. I see that little rascals. Definitely is what's messing me up. We'll probably go beyond 2 hours. I don't know. We still might move the 2-hour mark. We'll see. We'll see. Get a game plan. See what happens. If nothing happens between now and like 2 hours, 10 minutes or something, we still might move and try another spot. It's only like a 10-minute drive, so go down there, see what's going on. Cut up gizzards and hearts. What are you going for? Catfish style? You get it on Amazon. That fake corn you can get on Amazon. Oh, 20 folks in, 86 thumbs up. Appreciate it. Yeah, 2 hours. We could, if we don't catch anything else, we'll swing by the other spot. Check that out, and then we'll swing back to the house and I'll fillet up those bullheads. We'll get those vacuum sealed and in the freezer for a future fish and fry. Catch and cook. Fish fry. I don't know, some of those words were correct. Get out of the sun anyway. King Killer, my friend. It's a beautiful day out here. But I'm a ginger, so I'm already like wilting. My season's already passed. It's gotten too hot for me. My outdoors, welcome, welcome. About time for me to turn nocturnal. You guys in chat have any interest in me doing a few like StreamYards? I'm not crazy about StreamYard, but we could occasionally do like maybe like once a week we'll do a StreamYard live where other people can pop up. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm definitely going to do it in a limited fashion. We've done it in the past too, and it's fun sometimes, and there's some risks and problems that come with that type of stuff too. But I don't know. Try to keep it interesting. We did a StreamYard for the members on the weekend. That was kind of fun. Raptor Will popped up while I was just standing out there casting 4 million times into the abyss. All right, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Awesome, TikTok. Sorry I missed it, buddy. Yeah, first lives can be disastrous, so I feel like you missed out on having a fun first time disaster. Remember Brad from All Things Country's first live? I think his table, he was panning in his basement. I think his table spilled water all over his basement. My live, I didn't even know I was live for about 15 minutes. Good times. There's always trolls, yeah. Hey, if there's trolls, you're doing something right. If you don't have trolls in your live, then you gotta get nervous. Gotcha, my outdoors. Yeah, the weekends are pretty much member only, just because I don't have the troll issue, and I don't like dealing with trolls when I'm spending time with my family. Scooter and the boys, what is going on? I got a block dude already. Yeah. Yeah, I used to do a lot more blocking, but what I do is a lot of timeouts. I get the watch time from them, kick them out, see if they come back. And some people do kind of come around and they're cool. They're usually just immature kids or something. But once they see you're pretty cool, they hang out and they change their tune a bit. But if I see the same person coming, always being a problem, then I might block them. But at the same time, you know what? Let them come in, you get some attention, and whack control's fun when nothing else is happening. Depends what they're saying. If I feel like they're threatening, or I don't deal with like any type of like bullying or stuff like that, or racism, or politics or religion, hitting us over the head with that crap, then you're on my crap list real quick then. But yeah, the dumb trolls are kind of fun sometimes. They come in and say the stupidest stuff. And you have to know a little bit of the game behind the more people chatting in your live gives you like a number, and that actually like helps your algorithm get out there more. So if you just block everything and you keep everything all trapped down, it's nice, but it doesn't really do yourself any favors for being like a content creator. It's sad that that's the way it is, but it's definitely the way it is. So if you can have fun with them, depends on your personality. Sometimes you take it personal, and I do sometimes too. And I just start kicking them out. It ain't worth it. But usually I'm in the mood to mess around with them. And usually when I say this, 3 or 4 come out of the woodwork. So we'll see if we get a few in here. Steve always bullies you. Yeah, Tony, I got no problem with stuff like that, Tony. My uncle's a Lutheran minister. I've got no problem with it. I just, the people that come out of the blue and are like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, keeps going on about it. That's what I'm talking about. Not that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely keep her in my thoughts and prayers, Tony. That's not what I'm getting at, bud. Fishing, Ray. Let me wrench you up. You've been in here before. Appreciate it. You got to hold some type of a line because you get some real weirdos in. Glacier, get out of here. There's definitely no fish on here. Maybe fish on for you. This ain't Steve's live. I'm not going to go running down there. I'm sick today. Going to take a shower. Oh, Lord. All right, good luck with that, Rook. Good luck, man. See, now I'm mad that that carp bit because I was like ready to leave at 20 minutes. I was ready to get in the car and go somewhere else. We caught a fish. I feel like we got to give it a little bit longer. What do we got? That rod on the right, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes and then I'm going to recast it and then we'll start counting down the 20 minutes. Damn, another jump out there though. See, that's trout. That's not a carp. That was a little trout. I'm going to move that other rod to the right side. They seem to be towards the right. Got all algae on it anyway. So in this setup, I got like a sliding weight down to 3 kernels of fake corn right on a size 6. So I was hoping we might catch a trout or a carp on this one. Give a little bit of slack because I want that line and the floating corn to pull up a little bit off the bottom. It really suck to catch a trout right now though that we have to harvest. Yeah, basically a Carolina rig. Yep. The other two are hair rigs with method feeders, but there was a cat on the tree, some sheep on the road. Sounds like a fun morning. I've just got one carp, 6-pound carp. That's all. Bells only on the middle rod. I forgot my bells. This looks like a spot by my house in Ohio. Pennsylvania, that's probably why it looks similar. A few hours west. East. East. We're on the, towards Philly, about an hour and a half north of Philadelphia. Welcome in. Old propane. Depends on the area. I don't know if the state allows it, but most of the places do not allow it here, Tony. But the method feeder is a legal way to chum. But what we typically do is, like, if I have a spot that I want to chum, I'll try to get there like the night before, and I'll boil like a 50-pound bag of feed corn, and I'll start throwing batches of that out. The problem around here is that they see you fishing here. You're probably doing that for somebody else. You're going to show up the next day like we did last week when we got on the carp real good down in the river. We showed up the next day and there were 6 people fishing there already. So it kind of stinks, especially because I can't get up early. I got to take, well, I can get up early. I can't fish early. I got to get my boys on the bus. So I don't get fish until 9:30 at the earliest. So all the good spots have somebody in them. Wisdom teeth. No, it's not a wisdom tooth issue. Nope. Foodie heaven. Nah, you're lying. That sounds like an 8-year-old response right there. You shouldn't be on the phone if you're 8 years old. 94 thumbs up, 19 folks in here. I'll give it 2 minutes. I'm trying to keep my eye on the time. I'm going to give it like 2 minutes. I'm going to recast that now middle rod. And then I'm going to give it 20 minutes. If we don't hook up anything else, it's time to move. We're going to hit the creek. About 10-minute drive from here. Yeah, you're welcome to hang out here, Foodie Haven. Everybody here is cool, man. We fish every day here, hang out, shoot the crap, and sometimes catch epic stuff. Usually just stare at poles for 3 hours or 4 hours. But yeah, we're gonna head down the street, hit the creek if we don't get anything in 20 minutes here. Yeah, every state's different. Here in Pennsylvania, you're allowed 3 rods. California is pretty whacked. You gotta like pay $20 for an extra rod or something. Every state has their own little rules. Other than my mouth, I am getting better. My foot's feeling better, and the steroid they have me on. Say what you will about drugs and steroids for like athletes. That stuff is amazing. I've been going to specialists for over a year for my foot. You know, blowing out my Achilles tendon. I've been on the steroid for 3 days for this surgery, and it's like totally fixed my foot. My foot feels 100%. And it's making all kinds of noise again, but I guess it's all the inflammation that I couldn't, get any blood flow in there. That part's gone. Zyro Infinite Rods. Reaper wants to be a troll. Black Drum was delicious. Yeah, it's good stuff, Zyro. Yeah, I got the other half in the freezer. How did you make it? I'm thinking of, and I honestly don't 100% know what this means. I was going to do like a blackened Cajun dish. I think I know what it means, but I don't know how exactly to do it. But for some reason, oh, I hate when they jump when you're ready to leave. One just jumped out there. Yeah, I'm thinking like Cajun spice and blackened would be really good. Ooh, slack on that left rod. Slack on that left rod. It's jumping a little bit. He might be on that. I should probably walk over there and pay attention to it. I'm gonna go out my boat. I get 6 rods jigging for walleye. Tough when I'm in a hot spot. Yeah, when it's slow, it's nice to have a bunch of rods. You can spread out, do different depths, do different things. But when the bite's on, yeah, like 2 is all you can handle sometimes. And I got 2 arms. I did fried nuggets, breaded lemon, pepper, and Cajun. Yeah, that sounds good. Probably have, Reaper. I need one of those big hats with the fan on it. Did you see those things? They're like a solar powered panel on it and a fan. I should get one of those things. I completely look like an idiot out here. Maybe I need one of those GCI chairs with the little canopy. I need something. Getting roasted. Oh. Yeah, I got my got the car fixed up last week, so we're completely broke, but at least we're up and running now. We don't have to worry about the car anymore. So I was glad to catch that fish because we spent money driving down there, and I was hoping we'd put some meat on the table. So if we can break even, that's my goal, break even. We'll get by with my wife's money, and I just save as much money as we can and cook as much food as we can from what we catch and hunt. That left rod just had a hit. You might go down, guys. Keep your eye on that left rod. I'm gonna go down and check this out. Probably a turtle. Probably a stupid turtle. All right, let me recast that center rod and then we'll count. Give it 20 minutes and see what happens. All right. 20 minutes and we're out of here unless we get a fish. We'll move down the creek. Hey, Bluegrass, what's going on, my friend? Yeah, we're gonna give it another 20 minutes in this spot and then we're gonna move down the road. Yep, just a 6-pounder. Slow, Creed. 6-pounder. It's better than nothing. I mean, this is the spot that we used to catch 18 a day at. So we're just trying to time it, see when they're in here. I keep coming back to this spot. Last 2 times I came here, I got skunked. So at least we caught one, which is a positive thing. Looking at the weeds, they've definitely grown up a couple feet since last week. So I don't know, maybe next week it'll be on. I know one thing, you got to be here early. You miss that. You miss those 2-3 days before the spawn. The weeds get so thick in here, you can't really catch them till fall again. What is Zyro picking early? Zyro. I got some jalapenos. Other sweet peppers. So they get hot late? Is that the deal with them? I want to throw some jalapenos in my garden yet. I appreciate that reminder. I got to do jalapenos. I'm late on my peas. I probably screwed that up. Might not be too late. It's so warm out though. Actually, something funny. For some reason, I was thinking it was evening, but it's only morning. What do you got going on over there, Reaper? I think I know what you got going on over there. Yeah, I gotta go still put a full day of work in. I'm just trying to chillax a little bit today. I feel like I haven't worked in a whole week. I had the weekend off, which is rare. I usually work like either a Saturday or Sunday shift. Ended up bass fishing. Nothing wrong with that. Yep, I've got I planted a lot of the garden last week. I heard a splash. Let me go look, see if there's something going on the far side. I hope they don't spawn on that side. One little cutout on the other side that they sometimes pile into. But I don't know why. They just I can never get them to bite there. This spot, when they do come in here, they're pretty easy to catch. Bird friend. Nice. Saving Private Orp. I'm gonna just give it 15 more minutes. If we don't catch another one here, we're moving on. Moving on. Got too many spots around here to hit. I got fish in the cooler that need to be cleaned. So I'm not gonna sit here for 4 hours. Unless the fish decide to start biting. Then we'll sit here for 4 hours. Yeah, it's nice, Zyro. Yeah, usually it's Mother's Day around here is the typical time when we start planning outside. But looking at the 10-day forecast, I jumped on that and got them in a little bit earlier than normal. And we're already harvesting lettuce. Already cutting lettuce and kale out there. Yeah, not too late. It's just so hot. They don't like the heat. Yeah, probably bluegrass. That's with the pack baits. You launch them out there. I'm eager, man. As soon as the kids are done school for the year, we're going to be live 5 to 9. A lot better bite this time of year in the middle of the day. I don't fish 10 to 2 because I think it's the best time to fish. That's for sure. Just works into my schedule and try to give you something to watch in the middle of the day. No, AM, Annie Maddie. AM. We will be on PM, but that'll be members only. We'll be doing a lot of PM catfishing, overnight streams and stuff like that. But as far as like the daily show that we do for 4 hours, that'll be in the morning, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. We'll get on the cats and the carp. And sometimes we may start earlier than that, 3 a.m. You know, take advantage of that bite. Parker saying hello again. Hey, Parker. Got the one carp in, bud. 6-pounder. Waiting for more. Gerald G. Sumner. Howdy there. Howdy, howdy. Hope you're doing good. Been live 2 hours. 98 thumbs up. 21 awesome people hanging out. Beautiful out here. It's going to feel good to get in the car in a couple minutes, cruise with the windows down, get out of the sun. That bird just ate that moth right out of the air. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's pretty cool. Just see if I can edit that out. It looked like it was perfectly in the middle of the screen. Let's see what 5 a.m. There's my time in Finland. Yeah, I don't know I forget what the time is. I used to have like all the different countries memorized as far as time zones, but. What's up, Jason? We got 1 6-pounder here. We're gonna move in about 10 minutes. We're gonna try a different spot. We're gonna get in the car and drive 10 minutes down the road and set up again. I'm really wanting to get out on the river more just because I know there's giants out there. I mean, there's some good ones in here, but there's some giants out on that river. But I'm definitely here for big numbers, so I'm trying to get it timed right to get that. I want to catch, like, my goal is 19 carp in one day this year. That's one of my goals. Welcome back, Creed. 101 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. That is awesome. You are amazing. Everyone says that, but like every day you guys crush over 100. Sometimes we're getting close to 200 on some days. Such an awesome community. Black pole moving a little bit. Could be the wind. Keep an eye on it. Anytime somebody comes in and say, "What's up? I've got a question." It's usually not good. They're usually a troll, but go for it. We'll see what you say. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up right away before we kick you out. What do you got? Give it to us, Enters. Let's see what you got. Get ready, mods. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. There's definitely a lot of turtles in this place. The self-proclaimed head of the police are here. What is he smoking? I mean, you ever use a fish to mop the back of your neck on a hot day? Man, I wish he would share whatever he's smoking. I could use something good like that. Hey, Scott. There's my buddy, Scott Ferguson. One of the first people to respond on every video we do. Appreciate you coming in here. Army Mom said, not on her watch. She's out of here. Oh, Lord. Come on, fish. Sunscreen is recommended, I know. I gotta get better at using it too. They gotta make some sunscreen that doesn't scare fish away. Some of that stuff is horrible on your hands. Pack bait, you're always rubbing your hands through the bait. You got some chemical on there. Do you ever put sunscreen on your hand and put it in water? Look at the crap that comes off of it. It can't be good for fishing. Got one 6-pounder. 6.1 pound carp. That is it. Giving them like 5 minutes and then we're going to pack up and move spots. We're not going down like that. We're not going down with one carp and sitting here for another 2 hours. We're going to get out and try to track them down. That's what we're going to do. Pack up a few things here behind you guys. Got to get me a hairline rig. Did I see something go? For corn, I've always tried to catch monster carp. They're abundant in the lakes. Nice. Yeah, definitely. That's my go-to. Just go to Amazon, method feeder, and a hair rig. Definitely my preferred method to catch them. Especially if you want to catch multiples. Catch, you get a nice bed of bait out there using that method feeder, so they don't get freaked out when you do hook one. They'll keep coming. Method feeder is the weight, type of weight. That's the method feeder right there. So you pack the pack bait on that and it acts as the weight. The line comes out here with the hook in it, and you put the hook back into the pack. That's how I do it. Finland's 7 hours ahead. So 5 a.m. your time is 12. Finland. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, we will occasionally pop up at different times. Like last night we popped up public. My son wanted to do it, and it was kind of nice because we saw some people I haven't seen in a long time. But as far as having like a regular show that's part of like my life and my wife's schedule and our family's schedule, we're gonna do 5 to 9. I've used those split shots with the wings on them. Yep, that'll work too. Yep. The hair rig comes off of that instead of a regular hook. So I'll show you in a couple minutes when I reel one of these in. On the actual hair rig, I put fake corn so it floats above that pack. That's how I do it. Let's see if we get a boat bite here. He's paddling over. Yeah, I definitely, because that pack breaks down pretty quick. You definitely want to bait either the hook itself or the hair rig. Don't count on that hook staying in the pack bait. As soon as it hits the water, it's going to dissolve. I hooked it in there just so it doesn't tangle on the cast, basically. What is Zyra talking about? Hey, happy hooker. What is up, my friend? I caught a fish today. It looked a lot like a black drum. It's called a common carp. I swear they look the same to me. We just got a 6-pounder, let them go. Yeah, the pack bait. So the pack bait is, for what I'm using, is breadcrumbs, jello, strawberry jello, and sweet corn. So as soon as it hits the water, the jello starts breaking down immediately. So it puts that scent out. The breadcrumbs start breaking down and floating, in the current. And the corn breaks down and drops in that area. So it kind of brings them into that area. And then they'll be picking through all the kernels of corn. And one of those will hopefully be on your hook or your hair rig, and that's how you catch them. That's how I do it. Now, if you're allowed to chum, then you could probably forego the method feeder and just straight use, a weight and a hook with corn and get it into that area, and you'd be all right. David, bunch of numbers. What a name. Welcome in, welcome in. Was it a mahi you caught earlier? No, I caught a black drum. I did a catch and cook black drum. I haven't caught any mahi, unfortunately. You're talking to Happy Hooker, maybe. He's down that way. Yeah, that's good stuff. Mahi's good. Snag? I didn't snag. I don't snag fish. Black and mahi sandwich. 3 minutes and we're packing up here. We're gonna stay live though. We're just gonna take a road trip to another spot. Start cleaning up a little bit actually. You know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna pack everything up and one of these rods are gonna go down. I have to make the decision to sit here for another 2 hours or not. That's how it's gonna go. Correct, Annie Maddie. Lino Cupido, make your money. Oh, making money, hands over fist out here. Good late morning, sir. Pretty windy. Yeah, it's a good day. We got a 6-pounder a while ago. We're going to move spots right now. I'm starting to pack up. Annie Maddie says using something oily like mackerel. Bonito, their tuna. Sheep's head in freshwater is called a drum, but the saltwater sheep's head is not a drum for saltwater. Exactly. Yeah, if you're going to hide somebody altogether, please let me know, because otherwise what I do every night is I go in and anyone who was blocked, hidden from the channel, I usually go in and unhide them. I got about 4 real in the blocked list. That's about it. I try to give people an abundance of chances, but if there's a good reason why they should be blocked, just let me know. Let's bring one more in. Yeah, I don't think I would be using fish to jump for carp, but carp do eat just about anything, so heck, in parts of the world it might work. I don't know. I caught one of our biggest carp on chicken liver. And I think the only koi I ever caught, which was like a 28-pounder, was a big one, was on chicken liver as well. All right, let's get moving, guys. Hop over into the car, head down the road a ways here, see if we can find some fish. Okay, off we go. You guys talk amongst yourselves while I move. I'll read chat when I can, but I'll be driving soon. I definitely won't be able to chat when I'm driving. It's not a far ride. And we pass a lot of water. We might see something and decide to fish there instead anyway. But I think I know where we're going. Unless there's people at that spot. How you doing? Get you guys out of here into the car. Oh, yeah. Cheyenne. Welcome in, Cheyenne. There's a person with a beautiful voice right there. Cheyenne sings. Whew. Guess I gotta put the air on. It'll be too loud. Alright, Tom. We are driving down the road a couple minutes for everyone else hanging out. We're gonna try to find some fish. That spot's definitely improving. So some activity, which I haven't really seen any activity this year. That's not good enough for me. Moving spot slab. We've got a 6-pound carp there, but it's just not ready yet. That's the spot we got skunked at last week one day and the week before that this one day. Keep checking in on it. It's just not there. I don't know if it's from the dredging or what, but there's another spot I want to try. We'll hit that, and if we don't do anything there, I'll just go. Like I said, it's chat amongst yourselves. It's gonna be hard for me to keep up with you while I'm driving. We don't have too many red lights here. We just blow through stop signs. I saw you got some bass on your live, Creed. Did you end up? I mean, I don't even know if I can read your response while I'm driving. Just came. I saw you caught like a bunch of baby bass, like minnows, from that private pond. We're contemplating taking them home, and then I think I fell asleep or something. I didn't see the rest of that live. I thought they might have been snakehead the way they're all balled up out there. Said they were baby largemouth, I believe. I want to make sure I avoid the construction project. So we'll go this way. This phone adjusted here. After this dental thing gets done on Thursday, next week I also want to get out on the bike and ride down the rail trail and take the spinning rod, see what we can get into. So So if you guys like nauseating, bouncy camera work, make sure you stay tuned for that. I don't know what Oscar tastes like. I ate cichlids when we were down in Florida. That catch and cook's coming soon. I got that one in the works as well. Next is going to be puffer fish. We're eating puffer fish next. And then the cichlids, I believe. And then that's it. We're done with the Florida videos. I think. Where do I want to go? I'm going to go all the way down. Yeah, all the way down. Dang, they got a duct tape back window. Look at that thing. It's pretty special right there. We just ate alligator. We just got back from Florida like a month ago or 2 months ago now. We're down there in February. We brought some alligator meat. We have it on our trash fish playlist. I didn't know where else to put it. But yeah, we put alligator on there. It's good stuff. I don't know if crocodile tastes the same thing as alligator or not. I would think so, but maybe I'm wrong. But like, I actually really liked, it sounds bad, but I actually liked that it was chewy. I really liked that. We soaked it in, I think, milk to kind of decrease that. But man, it was good. Ours were wild. They said the farmed is less stringy. It's funny how people always think the opposite, but ones that are farmed are, from what I read, is actually usually better than the wild. The same thing with the fish industry. Everybody's got it backwards. Do blind taste tests. The farm fish always comes out ahead. More Pixel Lives. Awesome. Sweet. We're going to go down and try to catch a chicken jockey here. We're going to be Minecrafting, I guess. Barramundi would pretty be cool. Looks like those Florida cars. I think you're a little behind in chat. We just passed the Florida car a while ago. Maybe 5-10 minutes ago. 5 minutes, I guess. You're not too far back. We're in the future, Happy Hooker. In the future. There's this little pond behind this place. I've always wanted to pull in and fish it. Oh, it's gone. They buried it. Alright, guess I ain't never fishing that. What is with them burying ponds around here? There used to be a pond back there. It's a field now. It stinks. Oh. You guys always wait till I drive to start chatting a mile a minute. You guys all talking about me, I know it. All talking about me behind my back. We gotta turn here. Yeah, we'll go up this road. Oh man. Ugh. Oh, I'll fly to Orlando right now. Chat is slow. You sure you're not behind? Because I'm reading the chat as it comes up. I think you're behind. Should be able to touch the screen and it'll say skip to live. Come on, people. Yeah, maybe it was calling slow, Rod. I don't know. Maybe that's what he meant. The people in shot are slow. I don't know. All I know is I love YouTube. YouTube's amazing. Your words, not mine. 76 degrees. Alright, so there's a couple holes here that we can hit. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to hit. Well, that's a new project. What are they doing here? Blindfolders, you can't let anyone see my spot. Put your blindfolders on and spin around 3 times. Let's see if anyone's in my spot. Down in the lower spot. Really, dude, there's only one handicap parking spot. It's a field, and this dude parks in it. Unbelievable. All right, bear with me, guys. We'll get unpacked and we'll head. Dude's got the whole lot, and he parks that close to the handicap spot. You know, like the handicaps come in with like vans, you know? They come in with vans. They need a little bit more room than that. And he's got this whole lot. More unbelievable. I'm gonna get out here. I'll probably see a muskie or something today. Watch. I don't really have a muskie rig with me. I usually do. Yo, Brad, what's going on, my buddy? What is going on? We got a 6-pounder at the other spot, but that was it. It's too slow for me. So we're gonna move. Trying to figure out where these carp are this year. They have just not really been in numbers anywhere. They're all spread out still. It's like we skipped the spawn this year altogether almost. think they're going to be on the dam, so I might not be able to fish the spot I wanted to fish. We'll see. I'll try to find a shady spot so I can actually see chat. She's got a Wawa smoothie, so I'm going to say she ain't fishing. Or she ain't fishing for long. Hey, Lumi. What's going on? Thanks for coming in here. My arm's about to fall off. I got too much stuff in one bucket. So they usually pile out on that log. I'll stare at that log for a minute, see if I see anything. Nothing. We could either go off of this hole. Wow, it's so low. I say we try here. Let's just set up and get them out. Less thinking, more fishing. So I think we're going to do our nerd setup with the carp rods going straight out here. This is a good spot for it. Hope Glacier's watching. He loves this setup. See how that looks, if you can even see the rod if I have it like that. Hey, Masha, looks all right? Still trying to get it squared away a little bit. I'm gonna put another rod out. Wow, it is so hard to see the chat. How's that picture look now? I'm gonna add another rod to it, but you get the idea. Let me know what it looks like there. Yeah, you have to know where you're, not all fish farms are the same. Yeah, it depends how much money you're wants to make and how much they're going to sell out, and it's up to you to be educated on it. Alpha Gamer, we just moved spots. We caught one 6-pound carp at the other spot, but we're hoping this spot's going to be a little better. Just getting set up yet. Yeah, I prefer to eat wild fish, but wild fish are usually gamier, and that when I'm a fishmonger at night, so when I'm selling fish, you get a lot of the rich folks that don't seem to understand a lot of that stuff. They're just like in their head, it's just better, better, better. There's no downside, upside. You know, the other thing is wild fish can be over harvested, so farmed fish will take pressure off of natural, you know, wild fish. So it's not all what it cracks up to be sometimes. Especially when you're fishing internationally. Not every country has the same standards. I don't know why chat's this hard to read, but it's driving me up a wall. I'm gonna get a little umbrella for my phone. We've had some good carp days here in the past as well. I think we had a couple six carp days out of this spot. See if they want to play today. I may move one rod all the way down too. Give it like 20 minutes here, and then I might reel one in and move it. There's another hole about 30 yards from us. First, let me get this one down and out. Right through the poison. How you doing?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
The Omenville Trail goes north from here?
Yeah, it's right up towards, right up to the top of this hill is the trail.
So you go all the way up to the top of the wall?
Yeah, so if you want to stop sign, just take a right and trail straight where you can see it.
Good.
That's fine. So we'll send it, that's the rail trail. Right where we saw that last fence. You cross that bridge, and you can get the greenway park.
Very good. Thank you.
Yep. Alrighty. Yeah, it's funny, Annie Matty, it's like people's impressions of what they're buying. You know what I mean? Like, at least in America, there's this idea that anything wild is good, not just taste-wise, just good, just straight up good. Like, how about sustainability? You know, wild fishing and harvesting, depends on where you get it, isn't always sustainable. Many places will over-harvest fish. Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but you know what? I think, you know, we're probably on the same page, honestly. We get into a deeper conversation, I'm sure we're at the same spot on it. It's just funny how people think of things. The consumer. Here in the States, the majority of people don't want their fish to taste like fish. So already you're screwed up with that kind of starting point. this up a little higher so I don't have to bend over. Craft and Budgie, welcome in. Welcome in. Got a nice breeze blowing right at us here. Feels good. Got a little shady spot. Hopefully the fish participate. If I do hook up here, I am going to have to go back down underneath here. I think you'd be able to see me. I hope so. But this is these are the spots we have to fish around here. They're not all manicured. 22 awesome people in, 120 thumbs up. That breeze is awesome. I guess I should make up my net and pretend like I'm going to catch something. There's so much soft mud down there. It's going to be a process to get this fish in if I hook one here. There's some good ones in here. I can't read that. Luff something, welcome in. Craft and Budgie, I feel like I know. I'm going to wrench them up. I feel like I know them. I'm going to take a chance. Just throw a wrench them up. Did you eat that gobbler yet, Brad? Yeah, exactly, Eddie Matty. I didn't know if that was just something in the States, but I definitely don't want it to taste like fish. God forbid my fish tastes like fish. Now I'm playing with the dang phone. I'm going to mess it up. There we go. So either Luffa or Budgie is Marsha, I'm guessing. Try to figure this all out. Elfish, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're having a good day. I only have one bell. I really hate leaving these rods, but I want to go walk down and explore a little bit. We'll give it a couple minutes and then we'll go walking and exploring, and hopefully we don't lose the fishing rod. I want to look what's going on at this bend about 30 yards from us. That's a good early morning spot, but it just gets blasted by the sun this time of day. Also there, I guess it's a universal thing. Yeah, exactly. Let's have fish. I hear it tastes like chicken. Yeah, we cut a lot of fish at work. Like, that's what we do. We have probably 7 fillet tables right out there in front of the customers. And we had a lady who was complaining around Christmas time. She's like, I've been in a lot of grocery stores, but this one smells like fish. And like, do you not see all the scales hanging off me right now? What? Like, well, yeah, it's gonna smell a little like fish. Competitive angler, it's a little slow. We just moved spots. We got a 6-pound carp at the first spot, but yeah, someone needs to create a fish that tastes like steak. Well, Rod, trying to think what we cooked. We did have one that tastes like steak. We cooked it in our steak juice on one of our videos. I want to say the triggerfish tasted a little bit like steak, but that's probably because we cooked it right in the juices of our steak that we cooked. 6 pounds pizza skunk? Yeah, all the trout yo-yos are out. I know, man. I just avoided it. I was going to go to the hole you told me about, Travis, but then I was like, you know what? It's going to be too many people. Those places were packed. I just avoided them, decided to go carp fishing today. I don't need to catch trout that bad. Fishy tasting steak. Love it. I can't believe how many people are out trout fishing this year. Yeah. Yeah, this is a spot where we could harvest carp from too. But not in the mood to clean a carp today. I already have to do some bullheads before I go to work. Go home and hurry up and clean fish before I go to work and clean fish. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. They didn't look like the licensed type. I went down to the other spot, Travis, and I found 2 different sabiki rigs laying there in the weeds. So, you know what they're used for trout, you know. They're definitely in there snagging. It's a beautiful spot. Yep. Appreciate that. Francois, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, we've fished this spot before. Just hasn't been a long time. I fish this a lot in the summer in the early morning because my kids can ride their bikes from our house to this spot safely down the rail trail. And it's a pretty good spot. It's a pretty good spot. But it's a creek and they can move wherever they want. Yeah, there are problems with wild fish, for example, lack of salmon breeding rivers, but no need to go there. I'm too passionate with the topic. I'll get myself banned real fast. No worries, buddy. I get it. Good to see you, Masha. Appreciate it. Mayhem and Miracles. Randy Jones, what's going on? He says, good morning, everyone. Oh, I'll tell you, this spot is nice. A lot nicer than that last spot where we were just sitting out in the open. Even though I got to stand here because I forgot my chair. We caught some pretty big bullheads out of here too, the brown or the black type. Black bullheads. And maybe a big turtle or two. It's amazing how many people stop on these roads. I'm like, what are you doing? You're on a main road and you just stop. Maybe they're looking for an address. Let's walk up. I'm going to leave the rods here. Let's walk up and look at the other spot. I hate for them to be up there all rolling in the shallows and I'm down here oblivious. So I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk. Oh, hold on. I'm excited for a big feed of bullhead this year. Got occasion. Ooh, ooh. Brad, you want me to test that out? You send me that recipe. I got a cooler of them on the porch right now. We went live last night and got them pretty good. See if we spot any on here. I was going to do the, what is that out there? It's a huge rock. I'll bet you they set up around that rock. We were going to do the Hot Pockets again. That's what Kev wants to do with them. Catfish Hot Pocket. I want to make them from scratch though. I want to make my own Hot Pocket. Got some pretty big ones last night for bullheads too. Kev was bringing in some tanks. Let's see. I was not seeing any mud kicked up or anything like that yet. Usually this time of year I can sit here and like every 10 minutes one jumps somewhere out in this area. But it's just not happening. Which is fine. I figured it wasn't. There's the wind. Fish can move wherever except if there's a dam. Bullhead, yeah, bullheads are delicious eating. I'll take a bullhead over a channel and a flathead. Blue cats are still, I think, better than bullheads, but I'll take a bullhead over a channel and a flatty any day. Just a little more work because they're small. You don't get as much meat, but yeah, I think the taste and the texture are superior. And there's no dang shortage of them, that's for sure. Biggest bullhead caught, 7 inches. Yeah, they get, for bullheads, they get pretty big here. We've caught them. So we caught one that was like, I don't know, definitely over a pound, probably pushing 2 pounds. The black bullheads get pretty darn big. The size of small channel cats. Nah, we just took a walk. We left the rods right here. Just wanted to check it out for a second to see if there was maybe some activity going on up there that we were missing out on, but there isn't. So we'll make our stand right here. The spot that we just were up to, that's like my favorite spot when the fish are really in this area. It's a nice spot to like put at least 3 poles out, and if my kids are with me I could put 6 out there. I heard that bass are in New Jersey now. Oh, the stripers, yeah, for sure, man, for sure. We're going down this weekend if I'm okay. We're gonna camp Saturday into Sunday down there for the striper run. Travis, you see the you saw the black drum? We did a catch and cook on it. I think last night. The video's out on that 3-minute video. I think I probably sent it to you. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. They actually get a lot bigger than that, but just not in that area. I guess they're more of like in the bay. They get huge out in the like the bay area or the like where the river comes into it. But out there on the surf, they don't get as big. But Cameron from the shop says every spring, right before the striper run, there's some big bullhead or big black drums usually come by. You got to hit them on low tide, he said. You got to be on the beach at low tide to get them. Yeah, yep, TikTok. Here they don't really, depends on the species. They do close down some of the spots for bass, like on the lakes, where they pile in to spawn. But like carp, we still got people throwing them on the banks here. Don't even want them alive, let alone helping them spawn. Yeah, Mr. Frosty was watching that. He knows what we were doing out there in the wind, battling the conditions. They were horrendous out there. Walleye opens May 24th. Nice. I would not be opposed to certain shutdowns because of spawning, but they would have to police it. My problem is they come up with rules and they don't have, you know, the policing set up so that all that happens is some people take advantage of it and, you know, you're at more of a disadvantage than you were before. Yeah, hardly fit into the cooler. Yep. Yep, they throw them right on the bank. Some guys do. Some eat them, some throw them on the bank. It's amazing. People love largemouth bass here. They get like obsessed with largemouth bass. Anything that kind of gets in the way of those is like, forget about it. But at one point, I guess they were kind of invasive, but now, you know, after something happens for a while, they become naturalized. It's like now you do more damage removing them than you would letting them stay, for the most part. Ohio, you got white bass. The difference between a striper and a white bass, the stripes are broken. Yeah, I never did like stripers inland stuff. I like the ocean. If I'm gonna go after stripers, I want to be out on the ocean, or the bay, or the surf, or the inlet. We got a few lakes upstate that have them in there. But I want to get the salt water. I want to get them out of the salt water. Yeah, and then you got wipers, which is, yeah. Heard they fight like tanks because they're bigger. Yeah, white bass it's a white bass spawn or bred with a striper is a wiper. That's the hybrid, right? Creed will know. No, Annie Maddie. Bass are mythical creatures over here. They're up on this big pedestal. I don't know why, but they are. White bass are huge. We're going to get into this big discussion about fish names. Unless we all learn scientific names, we're all going to be talking about different fish. We're going to think we're talking about the same fish, and we won't be. Good luck with that, Mr. Frosty. They got me on a steroid for my operation. I'll tell you, it like fixed my ankle in 3 days. It's making me throw up constantly and not sleep. Dizzy as heck. But my ankle feels good now. All I needed was a steroid. A year of freaking appointments in rehab. And I'm not even on it for my ankle. I'm on it for my mouth. Clark's Legacy, what's up, my friend? That's all right. That's all right. It's mostly at night. Right before I go to bed is when it hits me. So then I lay there and I'm like, I better not lay down. I sit up. till I get real tired and I pass out at like 3:30. But I get up at like 5, so I'm not getting any rest. Meniscus socks. Yeah, I've had that scoped out before. The common name for all bass is trash fish. I'll get my coat. They make great catfish bait, Brad. They make great catfish bait. Yeah, everything comes with side effects. That's for dang sure. By the time you get done, I don't even know what I'm taking the medicine for. That's the problem. When you get older, you start having an issue, and then it's like the medicines counteract other medicines. You become if you live old enough, live long enough, you become like a living chemistry experiment. Chances are any problem you're having is more of an interaction with your meds than anything else. It's crazy. What's that? What's that? Dang geese over there. Look at this goose action. I thought we had a carp over there, but it's crazy goose. Maybe we should have stayed at the lake. Yeah, topwater bass on a buzzbait. They do have the redeeming qualities. Three hours, 5 minutes. Let's walk down the edge this way. See, they should be up on structure like that right now. And we have that one rod 10 feet off of that wood. But they usually pile up in there. We've actually broken a few off in that tree. Some of you guys might remember those fights. People arguing, telling me to leave my line loose. I'm like, yeah, can't do that here because they'll take you to that tree. As soon as you hook them, they run to that tree. Go down here on the dam and just take a look around. Nothing in the shallows. Come back and my rod will be gone. When it's slow, I feel like at least I could go explore, do something other than sit here and watch a pole not get bent over. TX2, hell yeah. Not sure what that means, but welcome in here. Still watching, we're going for a little walk. Fidel Castro, still a free man. What's going on? Let's see if we can find a fish. See if they still exist. Probably see my poles be bent over from out here. We'll have to run all the way back. We're out here on the dam. From South Africa. Welcome in, welcome in. Now, when we're vertical like this, we get new people every day, and we average about 50 to 100 subs a day. Yeah, so you get all kinds of people here. And I don't do it just to get a bunch of people. What I don't like about the horizontal lives is that YouTube doesn't put them out there. Nobody even sees them. There's some fish right there. Little sunfish. Oh, that was a little catfish. Little bullhead right there, speak of the devils. So it was like they stopped putting them out there. Nobody would come. It would be the same folks every single day. There was like no notification sent. You can see my rods from here. Some big old bluegill right there. have to get in the habit of carrying the ultralight around when it sucks like this. Could have some fun at least, entertain you guys a little bit better. All right, let's get back in the shade so I can actually see what y'all are saying. Bluegills, bluegills. There was definitely a cat over here, a bullhead. You can tell by the way he waddled back under his rock. It's like they burrow under a rock because they can't really see. They kind of go by feel. They wiggle their heads. There's a little musk turtle right there. You can see him burrowed into the algae on that rock. See his little foot hanging out next to the log. Right where that log or that tree goes under the rock. See his little butt hanging out and his little foot there. That's a musk turtle. Some sunfish right there, right at the top of the water. All right. Tour's over. Back to the rods. Not even allowed on this dam anymore. Otherwise, we'd fish right off of it. A lot of people do, but there's only about 10 signs that say you're not allowed. All right, Happy Hooker. Have a good rest of your day. Harmful species over there. Yeah, it's just funny how, you know, growing up in one spot, you have to really kind of get outside your box and see how people in other parts of the world are, other species, and we're all product of our own upbringing. That's what's cool about YouTube. Oh, I thought that one pole was missing for a second. Let me get you guys back on the poles, and I need to use the restroom here. I wanted to make sure you knew which dam you're not allowed on. That dam that we were just showing you, don't go on it. You're not allowed, okay? It's been a public service announcement. All right, now let me go find the bathroom here. I'll be right back. I'll mute you just so you don't hear anything. All right, back. Trying to remove the sunfish populations. Yeah, we have a lot of different species that they've fought losing battles against. I almost wonder if it's even worth even messing with them and just let it go, you know? Same thing with flathead catfish. The flatheads came up, they're everywhere. They said they were going to wipe out the channels. Channels are fine, still doing well. They told us the snakeheads were going to wipe out and devastate the bass population, but they're catching snakehead. They're right next to 10-pound largemouth bass, so. Same thing with the carp. It's one species after another. Now the blue cats are coming in. Three hours, 13 minutes. I'm close to saying, let's just go back to the house and I'll fillet up those bullheads. We're due for a catch. We are. Having trouble sitting still today. It might be the meds, but I don't have the patience for it today. I really don't. Probably should have gone trout fishing. At least I could be moving around. Thing with trout fishing, even if you're not getting trout, you're going to catch sunfish. You're going to catch something. You're going to pop around there with a little bobber. We don't have the Asian carp right where I am yet. They're in the area though. If I go about an hour south of us, there's a couple places with Asian carp. So I don't really know much about them other than they also are going to be end of the world. They're going to also end the world, but I don't know how we're coping or not coping with them yet. I feel like there are so many people that think keeping fish is bad for the population. Yeah, I think that's part of it. I do. I mean, like, you want to get rid of carp, don't call them a trash fish. Call them delicious and watch them disappear real quick. Scooter, what's going on, buddy? Not much. Pretty slow day. We got 1 6-pound carp. That's all. It's kind of hot, sunny, and slow. Yeah, that's why I don't think snakeheads will really ever be a problem, because they say they're delicious. And a lot of the people are looking for them to eat them. So I don't see them ever becoming a big problem. Yeah, they got rid of them here, Creed, so we don't have many. Like, in fact, this is one of the creeks that used to have channels, completely gone, thanks to the city of Philadelphia. They have eaten every channel cat out of this river system. I haven't caught one in here in about 8 years. Kev caught 2 out of here when he was real little on the same night, and I haven't seen 2 come out of here since. Carp ribs is one of the things I want to try. I've eaten carp a few times now, but I threw the ribs out. And then immediately I found videos of what you could do with the ribs. And even as I was throwing them out, I'm like, dang, look how thick those ribs are. I should have saved them. Had to eat multiple lunches. Do Asian people eat carp? A lot of people eat carp here. A lot of people eat them from the city. I don't think it's necessarily like an Asian thing. I feel like people from the city in general that don't have a lot of money eat them. And a lot of those people also happen to be of different ethnicity just because of the way the economy is. But I'll say a lot of Asian people do like carp, and a lot of black people do like carp in our city. But I like carp. A lot of people are starting to learn that they can be cooked in, you got to know what you're doing with the fish. I always say that, and then people are like, oh, that's disgusting, I can't believe people eat that. If you see some group of people that eat a fish and love it, you better see how they prepare it, because they probably had their grandmom teach them some awesome recipes, and they're probably delicious. So I've always been like really open to that stuff. I hear somebody like catching something and eating it. I watch Eco a lot, because I still don't know where he's from. He's been all around the world, but he's kind of somewhere in like Russia area, I don't know. But that dude makes all kinds of stuff, like in different methods of cooking that I've never even seen before. They all look good. Anyone that is in America, well, in the UK, they're like protected. I don't think they eat them in the UK, Creed. Cheaper than dirt. I'll tell you, I think they taste a lot like the black drum. And that's not a knock against black drum. I just think carp is very underrated. I was saying earlier in my live stream that Sam from Cast Blast Camp just did a video on carp, catch and cook. Save a Private Warp said, I don't have any recipes I made, but I'm going to pass down my preferred combo order from McDonald's. Yeah. Yeah, it's like my mom's cookbook that had Domino's Pizza's phone number right on the cover. Oh, so all fish is good if you know how to cook it. Yep. Absolutely. Not even just cooking it. If you're an angler, the second from when you catch it to when you hits the table, some of them take a little extra work. This sucks. Really didn't feel like driving all the way back down to the river tomorrow, but we're either going to have to drive back down to the river tomorrow or do some trout fishing, creek fishing. Amen to that one, Creed. It's funny when you buy something that's like, fair trade, organic and all that stuff. You got to remember, the whole food chain to get that thing wrapped in cellophane on your table. You're talking about diesel engines transporting it, the whole farming industry of clearing out waterways or land so that can have its own little spot. They act like it's like, nothing else was messed up. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it. I've been looking for morels. I haven't seen a single one, Slab. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think I have eaten carp one time. Cold smoked. Yeah, we hot smoked it one time and we broiled it another. Next time I'm going to barbecue it. I'm going to cut. I have all this ash wood down. You guys are telling me ash wood's good for smoking, so I'm going to cut some slabs and soak them in like water or apple juice, and I'm going to harvest a carp, and we're going to grill it right on that board and see what it tastes like. Yeah, for sure. That's same here. We get on the carp pretty good, but they're not the ones I want. So sometimes we go to the creeks that are super clean, and they have a couple in there. But yeah, get one on the smaller side. I would try to aim for like, under 7 pounds. And as soon as you catch them, bleed them out. Bleed them out. As soon as they're bled out, throw them right on ice. I'm leaving the scales on mine. I'm going to just give it a thorough cleaning because I'm going to cook it right on the open fire. It'll create, once you cook it on the scales, it'll kind of create like a dish and it just lays in there. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'll probably throw the carp away and eat the board. Little maple syrup on the board. Delicious. I don't know, my chicken sure loved that black, whatever it was I caught. Black drum. Put the scraps in there. Man, they devoured that thing. True that, Creed. You're right about that. Hiking with Jackie Boy. What is going on, my friend? Welcome in here. Probably should do more hiking in here and try to find some fish. I'll probably stay live another, well, I'm going to stay live another 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm going to go back to the house. I'll leave it live if anyone wants to see it. I'll clean up those bullheads, fillet them up before the kids get home from school. Grizzly, we got a 6-pounder earlier. Nothing since. Common carp. 6.1 pound common carp. Yeah, we were going to Slab. There's so many people out there, man. I went last night. I was live last night. And we ended up having to go way upstream, like out of the area that they even stocked trout in, because it was insane. There was too many people. And they were like the city people too. Like sometimes the city people show up, and it's an hour drive. They come up in like vans, and it's not a pretty sight. It gets feisty. Music blaring, all that crap. I wasn't dealing with it. Can't go live with that stuff going on. Stream the Clean. You should look up and try Blaze Salmon. Blaze Salmon. I probably had it. I mean, I was a salmon guide for years. I kind of had it a lot of different ways. One way I want to make it again is curry, like Indian style. It's one of my favorite salmon I've ever had. Was this Indian lady made us up some salmon curry. It's awesome. It's awesome. Oh, they take everything all right. It's weird how they travel in like packs though. Like out of the blue, there's just there was more people here last night than opening day. I kid you not. Luminoli. I try that in English words. I'll try to remember that. Luminola. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I mean, part of me like respects when you come in and you harvest it for your family and stuff, but you still have to understand what you're doing. You have to abide by the rules. And some of the groups don't abide by the rules at all. They think they don't apply to them. And that's not cool. Now you're messing with me and my family and what we need to do, so. Carp curry. Yeah, I've seen that done. Now that you say that, I actually think the big Carp channel, I think, made that. I think I saw them do a carp dish in a curry sauce. I don't know if my kids would like that though, so that'd be I'd have to make that just for myself. My kids are weird. A lot of times they'll eat that stuff, but if you start telling them like, oh, I'm gonna make this, they're like, ew, no. You just cook it and serve it to them. They're like, oh, this is awesome. What's in it? 50 things you don't like. Yep, that's what they do, Ron. But they have a limit here in Pennsylvania, 5 trout, or 7 trout, 5. But the problem here is they just will fill buckets and leave and come back and fill more buckets and leave and come back till they're gone. And they do it sabiki rigs. They show up with sabiki rigs. Down the one stream, they were caught netting them. They had one of those nets where you have 2 people on either side, and they were just walking down the creek netting trout. So yeah, just catching them that's like 1980 problems. They've taken it to a whole nother level. They might as well just hijack the freaking stocking truck at this point. Like the old train hijackings. I hear a bell. I heard a bell. I don't know if it was this bell or in somebody's yard. Yeah, Creed. It drives me nuts because they'll go out or we'll get something from like the supermarket, and they'll actually absolutely love it. And I'm like, I know if I was gonna make that, they'd be like, "What's in this? What's it?" You know, like it's some magic trick. It's all in there, man. Just read the ingredients. You're eating that crap. My wife's the same way with onions. I have to like pulverize the onions into like oblivion. So I always like fry the onions first into like, and then I add everything else in there, and she'd still be picking out onion pieces. Yep, carp's head. I'm about to pull it up and go back to the house. I got bullheads from last night to clean in my bucket, in my cooler. We got a 6-pounder. That was it today. Slow. Thinking of just calling it and going home and doing some live fish filleting. Let's see what time it is. It's only 12:44. I guess I got to give it more time. This is our second spot. I don't want to move to a third spot. We could move up the bank into that corner spot though. Probably do that. Go work on my suntan. Juan Bonilla, welcome, welcome. Hello there. Pretty pasty. I could probably work on my tan. All right, Creed. Have you ever tried the catfish with a beer batter? Yeah, we eat a lot of catfish. Beer batter is good. Pan fried, air fried, baked, in a hot pocket, all kinds of ways. We eat fish more than we should, but we eat fish at least 3 times a week. Probably 6, because every time we cook a lot, and I'm having it as leftovers too. Fish tacos. Love fish tacos out of catfish. You heading out, Mike? Have a good day, bud. Appreciate you. We're going to slide down to that other hole. We're going to move down there. So, get my crap together here. I think what I'll do is I'll pull one of the rods and I'll make a trip down and I'll get that one baited and out there. And then I'll have to make 2 trips either way. Grouper and asparagus. Grouper is actually my favorite fish taco fish. Grouper's amazing. Enjoy that. I love asparagus with fish. I think I'll slide into a different hole too. Okay, Mike. I haven't caught any all day. Yeah, I'm gonna move. 1 6-pounder, but carp are weird. This time of year, you should be in a bunch of them, or you got to keep looking. In the wintertime, I'll sit here for 4 hours and be tickled pink to catch one. But this time of year, you got to look for the groups. Bait this up here. Try to maximize the time I'm in the water, so I'll bait this one, cast it out down there, and then come back and get the rest of the crap. That's what we'll do. Shall return, fine folks. I will leave you on that rod for now. Okay, we got the one rod all the way down there in the distance. Southern fried hanging out. Tangled up, make sure everything's nice and clean. Just gotta grab a couple more things, then we'll head down there and we'll give that spot a try. Make sure I'm not leaving nothing. Off we go. This will be our third hole for today. Yeah, I'm eager to get out right now on the bike and travel up and down the creek system. Just because we see things when we do that. That's how we ended up catching our huge muskie. That's how we ended up finding the hole just above here for carp. Riding around, you covering water, you see stuff. When you're not on them, you got to move. So I think we'll definitely be doing some of that early next week. Tomorrow, Wednesday, thinking of creek day. Thinking of creek day, even though everyone and their uncle's out on the creek. We'll go fish below them or above them. We'll get out there and have a good time. We'll catch fish. Anyway. Let's get this up here. It's blowing that way. Yeah, it's pretty nice, Paul. Cheers, brother. Some bait on that one. I appreciate that, Mr. Frosty. Trying. I might try to steal my son's e-bike. Go for an e-bike ride one day with a fishing rod. Probably shoot me, but we could cover a ton of water. Let those rods settle in. I'm going to reel them a little bit tighter. We're just doing carp fishing, Cast Blast. Yo, feel free to drop your video. I was talking that video up today. I said you did a catch and cook on carp. If you want to drop that link in here, some folks might be interested in seeing that. We caught a 6-pounder. We let that one go. We didn't eat him. Cool. Yeah, the video I was talking about, guys, with the carp catch and cook. Sam's going to drop it right now. Get behind the camera. I feel like I mess the zoom up when I do this. It's all messed up anyway, isn't it? There it is. There's the link. Reconnected. Love it. There we go. Yeah, good luck if you're heading out, Cast Blast. Get them. All right, I think we're live again. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see what happens here, guys. Does it again, I think we'll just pack it up and call it. Go clean fish. I'll be live, though. We'll definitely have a signal at the house. Show you how to make a fish maggot feed. We're moving, guys. Yeah, it's all messed up. We have no signal apparently in the spot. We're gonna go home and fillet trout or bullheads. You guys want to see bullheads get filleted? Stay with us. Otherwise, we'll be fishing again tomorrow, 10 a.m. That sucks. I just changed providers too. Hope that doesn't mean I lose that spot now, because I really like that spot. Not. Might be back. Might be back. Might not be back. Not sure. Heading up to the house. Gonna clean up some bullheads. Get something productive done today anyway. I think we're coming back, guys. I might need a cold drink before we start processing these fishies. Okay, see where we're at. All right, we're at 68%. We should be able to go without the cord. Get the tripod set up on the porch. Get the knife sharpened, and we'll do some filleting here. Okay, home sweet home. Alright. Keep playing, loser. Where's the sun? There. These are the bullheads we have right here from last night when we were out. Hopefully you can see that. I can't see nothing. The sun is brutal today. So decent size for these guys. We're going to clean these up. We're going to fillet them here. First thing I got to do is off camera. I got to dispatch them. Thanks to YouTube policy and rules, you don't get to see that. Yeah, it's working. Looks like it's working again. Alright, let me get my knife. Dispatch these guys. I will put you guys on the chickens for a second. Dispatching fish off camera here. The ways of YouTube are never-ending fun. We'll wait till the trash guys go by. Thanks, Trav. Appreciate it. Doing a little work behind the scenes here, and then I'll be back with y'all. Whew. All right. I think I'm just going to end it. I don't feel like doing this on camera today. Got like 10 different bullheads to dispatch, so I think I'm just going to do it off camera rather than mess with this out in the full sun. Let me get back here in the shade. Yep, we're going to end it, guys. I've got other videos out there on doing it, but I got to dispatch each one, and they don't make it easy, and I got traffic coming up and down. I need to go in and get a cold drink. I'm going to get these guys. Basically, what I do is I stab them right between the eyes, and then I immediately make a slit across the gills to bleed them out while they're still alive, while they're like brain dead, hopefully. And then they bleed themselves out, and then we fillet them. I take pruners, I cut off their dorsal and their little pec fins that got the barbs in them, and then we fillet them like we do almost any other fish. They just have a huge rib cage, so you lose a little bit of meat there, but they're super easy and super fast to fillet. That's how we do it. I'm going to close this thing out. 10 o'clock tomorrow we'll be live. I think I'm going to do some creek fishing with the waders on, and we'll travel up and down the creek. And either that or we're going to go to the river. It depends how I feel tonight. But that's it. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I need a drink. Catch you on the next one.